There are crimes that make headlines, cases that grab the public's attention for weeks, even months. And then there are the ones that slip through the cracks. Stories too strange, too unsettling cases that leave behind more questions than answers. Tonight, I'll tell you about one such case, the disappearance of Anna Caldwell, a woman who walked into her home one night, only to vanish forever. And the most chilling part? She left a message behind, a warning that still haunts those who dare to remember. Anna Caldwell was a 29-year-old nurse living in Willow Creek, a small, quiet town nestled between dense forests and rolling hills. She was well-liked, known for her kindness and dedication to her work. Friends described her as someone who lit up a room, always smiling, always reliable. But in the weeks leading up to her disappearance, something changed. Her co-workers noticed she had been distracted. She stopped staying late at the hospital. She kept her phone close at all times, checking it constantly. And then there was the journal entry. 2 days before she vanished, Anna wrote in her personal diary, "I keep seeing him, the man by the fence, watching, waiting. I know what he wants." She never told anyone who he was. And on October 14th, 2017, Anna Caldwell was never seen again. Security footage captured Anna walking into her house at 9:36 p.m. She had just finished a shift at the hospital. She parked her car, locked it, and walked up her front steps. Everything about her movements was normal, except for one thing. Right before she stepped inside, she turned around and stared into the darkness behind her house, as if she had heard something, as if someone was there. And then, without a word, she walked inside. That was the last time anyone saw her. When Anna didn't show up for work the next morning, her best friend Megan Carter drove to her house. Anna's car was still in the driveway. Her porch light was still on, but the door was unlocked. Megan stepped inside, and immediately something felt off. The house was silent. Nothing seemed out of place, except for one strange detail. Anna's phone was on the kitchen counter. The screen was cracked, as if it had been dropped. And on the screen, an unfinished text message. "It's him. He's hooked." The message stopped mid-sentence. It was never sent. The police arrived within the hour. There were no signs of forced entry, no struggle, no fingerprints except Anna's. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. But then, an elderly neighbor came forward. She lived across the street, and though her eyesight was failing, she swore she saw something strange that night. "I woke up around 3 in the morning," she told police. There was a car parked outside Anna's house, but it wasn't hers. It was running, headlights off, just sitting there. She never saw who was inside, but then she added something chilling. "I could have sworn I saw someone standing by her bedroom window. A dark figure, just standing there, watching, waiting." A week after Anna's disappearance, her sister Lena Caldwell received a phone call. No caller ID, no number, just silence. Then, a faint sound. Tap, 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 like someone drumming their fingers on a table. Lena tried to speak. "Hello?" No answer, just the tapping. And then, a whisper. "It's not over." The call ended. The police traced the number. It came from Anna's phone, a phone that had been locked away in evidence since the night she disappeared. 3 months later, the case had gone cold. No suspects, no body, no answers. But then a group of hikers found something deep in the woods 5 miles from Anna's house. A single shoe. Anna's. It was placed neatly on a fallen tree, as if someone had deliberately left it there. And beneath it, a scrap of fabric ripped from a nurse's uniform. The same kind Anna had been wearing the night she vanished. It was the first real clue in months. But when police searched the area, they found nothing else. No footprints, no clothing. Just that single shoe, left behind like a message. A message no one could understand. After Anna's disappearance, her house was left untouched. Until 2 years later, a new family moved in. They didn't know about Anna. They didn't know the house's history, but they didn't stay long. Within a week, they started hearing noises, footsteps in the hall, the sound of a chair scraping against the floor. And then, one night, the mother woke up at exactly 3:36 a.m., the same time Anna was last seen. Her phone screen was on, lighting up the dark room. A notification. One new note added to your phone. She didn't remember typing anything, but when she opened it, there was a single sentence. It's not over. The exact words whispered in that eerie phone call years before. The family moved out the next morning. To this day, no one has lived in Anna Caldwell's house for more than a few months, because every new tenant claims the same thing. At night, they feel like they're being watched.